Good morning. Is it good morning? No, it is good afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock. Is having a play date with his older cousins, Tarshawn and Taquan. He will be having a play date at Chuck E. Cheese with them today. Um, he didn't take a nap earlier, so look what he's doing. Out like a night. But so I had all this stuff that I wanted to say before I started recording. Oh, but like Casein has been going to daycare I think for 3 weeks so far. And like when I tell y'all, I go and basically pick him up and the lady is just like praising me about my son. She was like, who told you he cries? She like, because he doesn't cry. I'm like, I know he doesn't cry because he's my baby, and I spoke what I wanted him to be into existence. I wanted him to be a calm, collective, very happy little guy. And basically that's what he is. He plays well, he eats like a big boy. He cleans his plate all the time. So I was like, thank you. I'm like, it feels so good to hear somebody else say the same thing about my kid. Like when my homegirl watched him, I tell people, like, you can't yell around Casein. Like if you yell around Casein, like I talk loud, but me talking loud and people yelling is totally different. So my homegirl and her girlfriend pretty much was having an argument, and my baby pretty much started crying. That was one day, and then the next day, she was supposed to watch him, and as soon as she got in my car, my baby was crying, and it was a 20-minute ride. I will never forget this. I'm looking like, okay, maybe something wrong with him, because he'll never cry this much. And I'm in the car, I'm the driver, but I'm still trying to console him to not cry. So I think like when they got out, like she took him out the car, and my son basically is doing a death drop, and that means when you hold his hand, but his body is pretty much like dangling. So anyway, I'm calling my sister like, Kenda, please come get him. Something wrong with him. Take your nephew to the hospital. And I said my sister because she's his aunt versus my homegirl, and she's just a homegirl. So my sister was like, okay, I'm 20 minutes away. So I'm like, just call me when you guys get to the hospital. Let me know what's going on. So my sister was like, as soon as she picked my son up, like, no, even as soon as my son seen my sister, my son stopped crying. So I had to tell my homegirl, I was like, my baby don't like you. And even though you want to watch him for free and, we help each other out, I'm good. I'd rather pay somebody to watch him and know that, he's not going to be in an uncomfortable situation. So, yeah. So the daycare lady is actually somebody that my homegirl, who was the person that I told that my son did not like her, she actually gave me the reference to the daycare lady. And like the lady, like, he don't talk. I'm like, oh, he talks. I'm like, he just don't talk when he first meet people. Like, he got to warm up. So like now she like, Cinder, this little boy talks my head off. I said, I know. I'm like, that's what he do with me. He talks so much. And I'm not going to say he say everything clear, but my baby is 20 months. My baby will be 21 months next month. Yeah, in October, he'll be 21 months. But my son can say mommy, daddy, elephant, lion. He can't say monkey. He can say giraffe. He say shoe. He know almost all his body parts. He can say eye, he can say ear, he can say nose, he can say mouth, he can say head, he can say leg, he can say arms, he can say toes. And a lot of people tell me like, I'm rushing my son. My son is a black little boy. So at the end of the day, I want my son to be ahead of the game. So like his daycare lady was like, don't rush him with words. I said, if I say a word and he repeats the word after me, guess what? I'm not forcing him. I'm just introducing him to new things. So everybody know I'm a Lyft driver or whatever. So I had this guy in the car, and y'all know I'm gay. So anyway, I'm gonna brag about this young guy I had in this car. Excuse me. His name was like Illa Elizabeth or something like that. Damn, it was something, but the word is an E word, and it sounds like it's a girl name, but it's Elizabeth. I don't know what the hell the name was, but anyway, his father is Muslim, so the name is actually a Muslim man name. It's the version of something that sounds like Elizabeth. I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, we in the phone and we in the car, and I think he had like a 20-minute ride or whatever. I was in DC, in which I don't like driving in DC, but anyway, he was like, I was like, I asked questions like, what do you do? He was like, oh, he translates Arabic for the Secret Service. And he was like, I'm like, you what? I'm like, how old are you? He was like 20 something, like maybe 29 at the oldest. I'm like, look at you, young man. Like, I'm drooling, even though I'm not interested in him as in sexual wise. I'm like, damn, if I can get me a black man like this, hell yeah. So he was like, when he was probably 7, his mother moved them to Iraq. So he didn't know Arabic before he went to Iraq, but when he went to Iraq, they was only supposed to stay, quote unquote, for 4 months, but they ended up staying there for 12 years because his mother retired. So anyway, he was like, he learned Arabic while he was there. Then he came back to America and he went to college, and he took Arabic as his foreign language, and he was like, he did it the smart way. Even though he knew Arabic, he wanted to become more, I don't know, I guess fluent in it. So he failed the test, the Arabic test, like the placement test, so he can start off at the bottom and then have to come all the way back up. So he was like, he would be in the class and the teacher would like fuss him out in Arabic, and he was like, I know what you're saying. So the teachers was like, you know Arabic, don't you? And he was like, I'm not telling you what I know and what I don't know. So that was one. And I'm just like, damn, because here it is, I want my son to know another language. And I'm kind of like stuck. Like I said, I wanted him to learn French. Not French, I said Spanish. But like Arabic sound like a way to go. Either Spanish or Arabic would be the language in which my son would learn. And like, because Casein will be learning another language, guess what? I'm going to have to become not fluent, but I'm going to have to practice with it, because if my son know it, his mama need to know some of it too, so I can, help him develop the language. I know everybody might be like, you is so extra. I'm not extra. I'm just a great mother. I want my son to be not the average black boy from Baltimore City. So I had the guy, he was like, move him to Israel. I forget. They're trying to Spain. They're trying to send him to Spain. Excuse me. And basically he gonna be making guac. I'm like, damn. That could be my son in years to come. So my homegirl was telling me about a Head Start, in which the Head Start teaches teach babies different languages too. So I'm looking like, most definitely, when KK turn 2, give me that information, because I want my son to be able to, interact and speak another language. Like, I don't know. I might just be extra, but I don't care. He's my baby, and I do what I want with him. But anyway, I am probably like, I'm late. I told my sister I was leaving out 30 minutes ago, and 30 minutes ago was like maybe an hour. She don't know. My sister don't watch this, so she don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm on my way to take him to I guess I'm not taking him to my sister. I'm actually picking my sister and picking my 2 nephews up. She might have the little girl with him too, but I don't know. I kind of don't hope she don't cry. But we'll see. Cause I'm gonna treat my nephew. And I'm gonna do the one where they're gonna spend, like at Chuck E. Cheese now. I like how they got it. Like, first you had to get like tokens, like get a card and put tokens on it.